you guys see the next loft, you don't see no birds. That used to be my roller loft. And if you look, uh, the door is even closed over there because I got rid of all my rollers. So the rollers are gone. I got rid of a lot of my homers, and if you look inside, there's not that many birds. This used to be full of birds, but there's not that many. I got rid of most of my homers too. Uh, I would say altogether homers I had around like 200 birds in both lofts. That's my other loft over there. I got rid of some birds from that loft too, so I'm maybe down to like 100 homers now. And again, all these birds are up for sale, so because I'm getting out of birds. So the rollers are going now. It's just left his homers. I think I might have maybe one or two Indian fantails. The Indian fantails are going too. That is a toy stencil pen over there. That was the toy stencil. This is a bronze, perfect as a Homer cockbird. It's good to mate almonds, but you got the dominant opal, beautiful hen. Another dominant opal and frost stencil over here. Those are almonds. It's a crusted indigo Homer. I still have a few Andalusian left. That is the toy stencil I was referring to earlier. Beautiful bird. It's going to be a hen. There's a pair of saddle homers that are perfectly marked, but that's a good pair. The hen towards the right, the cockbirds towards the left. Not that many birds left. Birds are very nice. They're very friendly too. I'm standing right next to them. It is kind of sad when I look at these birds. Like some of these birds, I don't really want to let them go, but some things need to come to an end. Especially all those rollers too. Like, I had all those rare colors that I worked over the years, like ballas. Mainly ballas. Ballas was a gene that is very hard for a lot of people to work with because there is a big problem on breeding ballas to ballas and all the genetics involved in it. With babies not coming out of the shell, or babies getting blind, or babies not being healthy and dying. The gene wasn't that strong, and luckily, I don't know, with the group I had, I worked with them. Made us some to blue bars, made us some to black ball heads, and forced them back to the ballas, to ballas carriers. And it came to a point where the gene was so strong enough that I was mating ballas to ballas, and all the babies were producing great. I didn't have no health issues with the babies, and I got like 2 birds out of each clutch, and they were doing great. And I also worked on creating ballas, ball heads in blue, brown, silvers. But time has come. I have to get out of birds and do my thing. But Even like looking at that Homer, just like that's a you think that's a normal black Homer, but the white flies on it. His whole the eyes are like really dark red or orange, and he has a nice body type, very active bird, and these are kind of birds that you just makes you like, oh, I don't want to do this, you know, I want to keep them, but time and responsibilities, when you cannot fully devote yourself to birds, sometimes you want to do what is best for the birds. I'm thinking of like I have the kid box over there. Maybe I think there's like 9 perches in there. Keep 9 of my birds in there. Just fly them out of the kid box, and at least I have something. They'll be out every day and coming back to the kid box. That is a small possibility in my mind, because it's hard to get out of birds completely. Like you miss that feeling. It is kind of an addiction. That's another nice Skipper almond cockbird. Look at his, like, you know, he's a tall bird, long bird. He has good wattles. Almost feel like, you know, you can make that to like has some kind of English carrier type of body. But that's a beautiful thing about these birds. They have different body types, and every person is attracted to each kind of style in these birds. Even that bird, that's the black lace dominant opal hen. You know, it's so beautiful. Some people would think that's a reduced bird, but that's just a dominant opal. I mean, if you don't know the genetics, somebody could easily sell that bird to you as a reduced, but that is a dominant opal. And also these crested saddle homers, you know, not everybody likes them, but I like them. I like them with the crest. That's on the crested over there. That's a kind of the rare color. That is a dilute brown, khaki crested saddle hen. There you go. I'm right over there. Another beautiful color, Andalusian. I think I have 1 pair of Andalusian left, and maybe an extra Andalusian hen.